So if anybody's actually followed along with this shop build, you'll know that the last video was me installing the rafters and getting those up. But and there hasn't been any videos since then. And that's really just been all my fault. Mainly because I'm not a professional YouTuber, would forget to get the video camera out. So this is just, you know, catching anybody up. Show you the status of the shop as it is right now. I ended up not doing the roof myself. I have roofers that I use on a pretty regular basis on my other little side job. So I decided, since this was a 7/12 pitch, it was a little bit tough for me to try to do by myself. You know, walking up there, putting 5/8 plywood up on the roof, you know, just getting that done. And they were going to come shingle it anyway. And so they came out and knocked it out. So I really just couldn't beat that. It would have taken me a lot longer. I really wanted to say I built the whole thing myself. So I kind of let myself down on that end. But on the other hand, I need to get this thing done and not, you know, let it drag on. So they came out, knocked it out, got the roof on and the shingles on. They had it done in 2 days. So, I mean, it's like 50 sheets of 5/8 plywood, 17 squares of shingles. So, you know, they had it done. So I'm real happy about that. So once they got that done, I went ahead and put the Tyvek house wrap on. I was kind of on the fence about whether I wanted to do this divider wall. So I went ahead and built the wall in the center. So there's about 24 feet on the far side, 24 feet on this side, something like that. And then, so with this wall in the center, it kind of helps stabilize everything and just makes it more secure. So called the frame inspector out. The framing inspection passed first time. I'm very happy about that. And then I got the electrician out here. So I'll give you a little update about the electrical work. We'll put the panel in the back corner. It's a 200 amp panel with a lot of space to grow. So what I did was I put a lot of just general 110 outlets everywhere, all around the place, like 3 on each wall, something like that. Yeah, it is three regular outlets on each wall. But then I had a 220 volt outlet on this wall, 220 outlet on this wall, and another 220 outlet in the ceiling. And that's where hopefully I can, when I set my table saw, joiner planer, and that stuff up, I can just plug it into the ceiling and not have cords everywhere. The electrical has already passed its final. The only thing left is for me to get this thing done and get the final inspection done. Put just a standard 36-inch door on man door out front, and then we'll have an 8-foot and 8x8 garage door on that side, and an 8x16 garage door on this side. And this side's going to house my tractor, and I'll probably keep the backhoe in here and my lawnmower. I've ordered the garage doors. The garage doors are going to be kind of a shaker style recessed panel garage door, and I'm hoping they're going to match that door. So I think that'll look pretty good. They're going to be white, and I'm going to install those myself. So maybe if I feel like it, I'll do a video on me installing garage doors. It was going to cost like $400 a piece for them to install them, and that's without openers or anything. So right now I'm just going to get the doors up without the openers. I'll do the door openers later. I'm looking into the siding. I'm going to be using LP Smart siding, and that's going to match the house. This is vinyl on this house right now. We want to replace that, but I'm going to at least match the color. So I'm going to do LP Smart siding on the front, or on the walls, and then on the gables, it's also going to be LP Smart siding, but I'm going to do shake siding on the gables. So I think that'll look nice. And then the trim will just be vinyl soffit and aluminum fascia, which I'll do last. And I think I'm going to trim out the garage doors with some white, probably 1x6 and 1x4s. 1x6 is across the top, maybe 1x4s up the sides. And I'll probably use PVC. It's kind of expensive, but I think that's what I'm going to do. You can see over here, this used to be a big pile of dirt that was way up high over here, just enough to get the footings in place. And I've since gone back with the tractor and graded that down some, but now I got a mud hole right there. So I'm waiting for that to dry out so I can grade this down and make it level, have a nice slope away from the building, and have a gravel parking area for my dump trailer to go there. And I intentionally had a outdoor outlet put there so I can keep my dump trailer plugged in. I'm sure once it's done, there'd be something else that I wish I would have done differently. But you know, I've tried to think of things along the way that I wanted to make sure I had in place, like the outlets, the 220 outlets, the outdoor outlets. There's another one up front by the man door. And we wanted outdoor lights. You know, we want to try to make this shop look like the house and look like it belongs here, and not just look like a, you know, an afterthought, an add-on or whatever, you know. Anything to increase our property value. Not that we're going anywhere, but we want it to be worth something and we want it to look nice. So we put these really nice outdoor lights on, one on each side of each door. And we have it wired for a man door light. I don't know if you can see it over there to the left, but I just capped it off because with having those four big lights, it might have been too much to put a man door light right there. So we're on the fence, but I mean, if I want one, I'll just take the cap off and then put the light up. We have the light, just not sure if I want to use it yet or not. So on this side, I just did two 36 by 60 inch single hung windows, nothing fancy, but that'll add some light. And I really wanted to have as much light as I could get inside the workshop side, which is on this left side. That's where I'm gonna do most of my work. So I wanted to have I wanted to get as much light in there, natural light is in there as I could. And you know, so, but I didn't want it be too inviting for somebody to come break in. So that's why I didn't put any windows or doors on the blind sides, the back sides, the right side. So nothing over there. I did make sure I had a window in the door, so when I'm working and the doors are closed, I can look outside and see what's in the driveway, who's coming up. I put a French drain in, which it needs to be finished off and brought forward away from the building, but it runs all the way around the left, the back, and the right sides of the building with gravel poured over top of it. I just need to run those down the hill a little bit over to this catch basin. But yeah, so that was another thing that was done. The meter base is installed. The power came out. The power company came out and then ran their line to the meter base. For the lights, I bought 36,000 lumen 5K or 5,000K lights. 2 will go on the left side and 1 will go on the right side for now. And I'll probably end up buying 2 more and putting a total of 4 on the left side, and then maybe 1 on the right would be enough, but I might put 2 back over there. So I have those lights ready. They're just plug in. So he installed outlets up at the top in the ceiling. So all I have to do is plug my lights in, and they don't have to be wired in or anything. So anyway, if you're trying to follow along and you know, watch this thing get built, I'm sorry that I didn't film the roof going on. But you know, stuff happens. So hopefully the next time out, I'll be putting garage doors up, getting siding ready to put that up, and got to finish doing some grading. I have a whole lot of grading work to do out here. I want to do a concrete pad from the outside 6 feet out from the edge of this door all the way to the other side of the big door over there. So that's another thing that's on the list that I got to get done. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.